Hey, I know this isn't how I normally start a podcast, but I wanted to encourage you to stick around for the mid-roll of this episode where I will walk you through how to get 3 full deck boxes in Legends of Boom, the free-to-play deck battle game starring Kim Kitzrow, available now on Steam. Welcome to another episode of Pick Up and Play, folks. My name is DJ Switch, and my guest today is Mr. Wright Way, a YouTuber who is just about to hit 40,000 subscribers. And so before we even get into the interview, I want to ask you to please go down to the show notes of this very episode that you are watching and or listening to and click the link to go over to Mr. Wright Way's channel. And please consider subscribing because I want to help him get to the 40K mark. Mr. Wright Way and I just met for the first time when we sat down to record this episode. And turns out we have a mutual friend in common. And we were able to connect almost immediately over video gaming, the thrill of the hunt when it comes to collecting video gaming. And of course, we got a chance to talk about his role as one of the guest creators to be featured in the upcoming, to be featured soon in the recently released game Legends of Boom. Folks, this is the 3rd special episode for Legends of Boom that I've been able to produce, and I do have a couple of more in the pipes. They're coming very soon. And then we will be returning the show back to its original format or something a little closer to its original format. And so I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around, for listening and enjoying these special episodes. If you're here from Mr. Wright Way's audience and this is your very first episode of Pick Up and Play, first of all, thank you very much for being here. And I hope that you will consider checking out some of the other episodes that I've recorded, at least the most recent ones that feature other creators that will be featured in Legends of Boom very, very soon. We really want to help Legends of Boom be able to build their audience. And of course, you can check out the game right now via the link below on Steam. With that, I want to thank you all very much for watching / listening to this episode. And I cannot wait to introduce you to Mr. Wright Way. Mr. Wright Way, thank you so much for being on the show today, man. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Man, what's up? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you so much, man. It's on a Monday. We record this before Raw. I got some great fish in there, crispy, sizzling up, just marinating. So after this, I'm gonna go and cook. We got something nice to drink. We dropped videos. We're about to hit 40K. I mean, life is good.
Yeah, you're creeping up on that 40K number, which is honestly very, very impressive. But also, you seem like a man that loves good food, that loves good entertainment.
Bro.
I think you and I are going to have plenty to talk about today.
Bro, I'm from Texas. Well, I'm from the South.
Okay.
And one thing in the South is we like to eat. That's why I got the camera close on me so you can't see the bottom half.
Listen, you don't got to preach to this choir. I know what you're talking about.
I also got some good drinks, so whatever I say is what I want to say.
Uh-oh.
You got me? No, I'm sorry.
Do I need to put a warning at the beginning of this one?
Hey, no, you don't do none of that, man. They all right. Hey, everybody watching this is grown men and women. If you kids, you watching this, you're gonna learn something today. I'm still playing.
This suddenly became a very different show.
I know, right? First, we're gonna talk about Legends of Boom, but later on. Talking about games.
Yeah, we definitely are going to talk about Legends of Boom, man. Our friends at First Moon Games have been sponsoring the last couple of episodes, and I've had a chance to talk to a couple of different creators, and now we get to announce officially that you are going to be the next in a series of creators that will be featured on Legends of Boom in puppet format. Yeah.
Like I didn't know. No, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I know you knew about it. I'm saying for the folks that are seeing / listening to this at home. So we are absolutely going to talk about Legends of Boom, man. But first I want to get to know you a little bit. And I got to tell you, there's one particular video that caught my attention. It was a podcast that you did last year.
Uh-oh.
Let me just real quick. I'm just going to take care of this. Just get the hat on.
Uh-oh. With my boy Mega Ran. Look at it.
I don't know if you knew this, but me and Mega Ran go back, bro.
Really?
like we go back.
Mega Man's a good dude, man.
He's the best.
I gotta get him on with some more stuff too, because he be so busy, man. Now he got a kid now and everything. He be all traveling the world. I'm like,
I don't know how he does the family thing. He's never home.
No.
That dude tours 300 days out of the year or something. It's crazy.
It is, right? And like, it's so cool to see like where we met. And like he kind of inspired me too, like, because he was doing the stuff and I was doing wrestling photography, and that was when I was making a shift, like going to YouTube, and we just like as soon as we like connected, we just kind of like connected, and we would just hanging out at each other hotel rooms and stuff. I remember one thing, it was me, him, T, some other guys. I think it was a what was it? Was it a wrestling? What was it? I think it was StarCast. We all was in one room because everybody rules is expensive. Because I had my room like, and like, I'll come on down here, and everybody was just in one room, and was just like, it's crazy. Just imagine 5 guys sharing a room. It was funny. It was just hilarious. It wasn't nothing going on. It was like this dude's like, hey man, it was just everywhere we meet up, we always link up and do stuff. It's just crazy,
That's what it is, touring with Rand, dude.
It is, man. It's so crazy.
So the last time he and I saw each other, I was supposed to open for him in Portland 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I was so bummed that I didn't get a chance to, because something had happened to my foot, and the venue we were playing at was this place that has a really high stage. So I got to get up these stairs to get on the stage.
Yeah.
And I knew it wasn't going to happen. I was so bummed because I had to miss out on that show. But the last time we saw each other in person, it was a couple of years ago. He had come through town by way of the Seattle airport. And I was like, you flew into Seattle and then like rented a car and drove down to Portland? Like, what's that about? He goes, oh yeah, I was coming in from London. I just picked up my Guinness World Record.
He always just he's so humble. Like, I just picked up my Guinness World Record. Right?
I was like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, yeah, I just flew in from London, rented a car and drove down, and 3 hours later, here I am. Dude hadn't even been to sleep yet, man. That guy's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really wild. Yeah.
So, and the reason why I bring him up, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that it was crazy. I was saying it's crazy that he got that,
Well, I mean, truly deserved. The guy's an incredible creator, an incredible artist. But the reason why I bring him up is because as I was digging through your channel and looking into some of your interests, I caught that you mentioned him on your video talking about selling off your GameStop retro collection.
Oh yeah, that video just dropped today. Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting because the very first comment on there called out the fact that your collection is always rotating. You're always kind of like, you collect some stuff and then you sell some stuff off and collect some other stuff. So it's almost like the chase is more interesting than the collection itself for you. Dude, and that's a different perspective. I really want to find out more about like your thoughts on that.
Dude, I kind of compare it to fishermen. How people go fishing, and I guess because I used to love to fish way back in the day, growing up, right? So, fishermen go out there and get the biggest bass or whatever and stuff and throw it back, right? Well, I love game hunting, but also too, I absolutely love driving. I don't know why I like driving. God just put that in me, but I love driving. I love like going to a Goodwill, a pawn shop, a game store, and I don't know what I'm going to find.
Yeah.
And when I find it, that rush, that adrenaline, like, oh my goodness, it's like so freaking amazing, right? And I get stuff, and I do keep a lot of things, but certain things are like, if it's coming stuff, I really don't too much care to keep it because, like, you got to admit, I grew up playing all this stuff. I played everything that I want. I kind of own mostly everything that I wanted. I had all the biggest and baddest games, the most like, holy grails of games and stuff. And right now, I'm doing Neo Geo stuff like my boy Neo Ness is. And I was collecting Neo Geo AES in 2017, stopped, got a house, then restarted it, and stopped again because I kind of got bored the second time. Now I'm like, I'm starting again, but I, for some reason, I have the best luck and be like the best place, the best time, um, getting great deals, meeting amazing people, and I just use all that. It's like I understand I have really good luck. I be really blessed when I find stuff or get stuff, and I just can't explain it. Just me, you know. And it took a long time for people to recognize, you know, because a lot of gamers today they like to get stuff and hoard it and hold it and never sell it. They won't sell until something happens. Maybe they pass away or they really, really need to sell it and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just me. I'm just like, okay, I've had it for a little while. I got it. I can sell it and move it on or trade it. I hate selling. I really hate selling. I like trading. I don't like selling. Man, I hate dealing with. Let me tell you, I hate dealing with eBay.
Yeah.
I hate dealing with Facebook and stuff because, like, say you put something on Facebook. Somebody hit you up and like, oh yeah, I want this. Okay, when we gonna meet up? And they ghost. I'm like, I'll block you so quick. I don't got time for that. And my patience is too thin. I don't like that. Like if I sold things before, I call a reseller. We make a good deal and boom, and it's out the door. Or I find somebody who wants something, then I sell it. That's it. But
Yeah.
finding it is the best thing, man. I love going out finding stuff. I love hunting like that. The hunt is the best part right now in my life.
So, I mean, a lot of creators and a lot of collectors will talk about the best thing they ever scored or the best pickup they ever grabbed. I mean, hell, this show is called Pick Up and Play, right? But
Yeah.
I want to sort of take a different approach to the question. I want to ask you, rather than what's your greatest score you ever had, what's the best hunt you ever went on?
Best hunt. See, I really can't say best hunt because all of them are my best hunts, right? My best hunt is my next hunt. Seriously.
There you go. There you go.
My best hunt is my next hunt. I will say memorable, and it just pops in my head when I went to GameStop and dude asked me, yeah, we got some Sega games in. And I'm like, I said, okay, let me see them. And then he pulled it out. He pulled the drawer out. He started pulling the drawer out. And then when I saw like these white spines, I said, oh, hell no. I said, no. It was like 12 Sega Saturn games in there. I was like, oh my. I literally had an out of body experience. I was like, I saw myself looking at and I just like, and he like, what's wrong? I said, where y'all get that from? And he said, oh yeah, one of our employees trading. I said, excuse me? Yeah, one of our employees, he just traded Sega Saturn. And then he said this. He said, yeah, we have some games he couldn't take. I said, what games you couldn't take? He said it was like a dragon game, Panzer or something. I said, was it Panzer Dragoon Saga? He said, I think so. I said, where's this dude at? After I bought all the games. So I got one of all the games, right? I said, where's this guy? Oh, he's still working the GameStop. I said, okay, do you mind if I go to ask him about those games? He said, no, we don't care. I said, he was looking to sell it anyway. I said, okay. Found a GameStop. He was there like 20 minutes away. Went over there. I said, dude, did you sell these games? Said, oh, yeah, my Sega Saturn broke. I had these for years and stuff. I just needed the money. I said, do you got any more? I said, please, I hope you. Yeah. So he was getting ready to clock in, but he didn't clock in because he was just coming back from lunch, right? I talk about timing again.
Yeah.
And you go to his car. I see Panzer Dragoon Saga, but I also see some Master System games, some other stuff, like 12 games, right?
This guy had a legit collection.
And then he pulled up Panzer Dragoon Saga, and I said, "Oh, this is gonna cost me a lot." But I said, "I'm ready to pay." And he said, "Oh yeah, this is like the crown jewel right here. This is the best of the best." And I was like, "I know." I was like, "I know." And then he told me, and I said, "So how much you want for it? Like, how much you want for that?" And he like, $50 is cool.
Ooh.
I said, how about 60? I didn't have change. I said, man, just keep it. And then this is the funny part. He had Xbox One games on the ground, right? He had like 20 of them. I said, what about the Xbox One games too? Oh yeah, They're gonna give me $1 a piece, but I'm gonna keep them right now. I might trade those later. I said, okay, bye. Got in the car. Get on FaceTime, tell my homeboy, like, look at this, what I got for $50. I said, I don't have it no more, but I was like, oh,
That's crazy, man.
I wish I kind of still had it, but I traded it for like Neo Geo stuff. So I paid for like a good Neo Geo game. But dude, bruh, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that happens. It's like, oh my gosh. When he said 50, I even say it now. At first I didn't tell it, like, but now it's gone, so I don't care. But
right.
Goosebumps, like, I was like, oh. I was like, oh my goodness.
Do you think he knew what he had or what it was really worth, or was that just kind of a moment of like, I'll give you the homie price because like I don't want to have to deal with eBay and all that?
We still trying to figure that out. Like, I don't think he worked GameStop no more. I don't know what was going on with him, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. But it was just like, we was all again. And even people at GameStop say, why did he sell this? Because like, you go back and look at that, go back and find that GameStop video. It's there, but it was like the games I bought from was like Blades and Rangers, like all the top tier, like it was like the top 10% games that he traded in, and GameStop was selling for like $99, $69, $99, $30. Like, that's probably the greatest GameStop find. It was crazy, bro. But what's crazy about it, I already had got the Sega Saturn collection like 5 years ago. So I already been through that. Now the prices increased it, so I had it again. But I mean, I didn't need to go through Sega Saturn no more. You know, I just finished the Sega Saturn stuff. I didn't need it no more, so I just used that to pay for Neo. Just jump into the Neo Geo stuff. And it's stuff like that happens to me. I ain't say only to me, but weird things like that just happen. Is great that I can take advantage of stuff like that. And and also too, I'm not afraid to like let go of something. I always say this, I'm never afraid to trade or sell something that I know I can get back. You can't hardly get Neo Geo games, hardly, but you can get Sega Saturn and all other kind of stuff. I've been doing this a long time, and you know, just that was great. That was great.
Man, the last guest I had on the show was a guy named Adam Korlick, whom you're probably familiar with. And, you know, Adam was talking about how a lot of his experiences working with the Nintendo PlayStation or the Sega Pluto, for example, were just opportunities that he sort of fell into by just being right place, right time. And I'm finding more and more, and maybe you can kind of back me up on this if this has been your experience as well. The more the folks that are in the gaming community and specifically the collecting community, like put themselves out there, get outside of their house and like go out into the world, like the more of those opportunities seem to sort of like fall into place. Has that been your experience as well?
Yeah, it has, because another thing, I have a lot of free time since I've been retired from the military for so many years. So I have that free time to go places. A lot of people will sit up and they will see the finished product and then they will like either like it or hate it, but they don't see the work behind it.
Yeah.
They don't see like the 7 days straight of going to like Goodwill 3 times a day for 7 days straight and finding Wii Sports or finding like Connect Adventures, which Wii Sports it's great, but it's not like it used to be.
Right.
And just finding that and not finding anything, you know, like today, like I didn't find anything, but I found this. Like,
hey, that's my guy.
Like the Sonic. And I also got not Knuckles, but Shadow too. But I never seen this thing, so I got to like, you know, disinfect him and clean him up. But you know, this is a pretty cool thing to have in the game room. So you know,
yeah, man.
Let me show them too. Sorry, people. But the price. Look at the price on this thing. I don't know how much this thing is worth, but you can say it was $3.99. I don't know if you can see that, but it was $3.99 for the Sonic. And then Shadows over there. Yeah, I think these are like one of the things I saw these when I went to Japan. I saw these like hanging out in the little Sega machines. You know, you pick it up in the crane games, and his head's too big, so it always like just drops. I'm like, you never get that. So,
I mean, a plushie that size, a licensed plushie that size, you're talking $25, $30 easy or more.
Oh yeah. I
I
don't have
mean,
plenty of selling them. I just throw them in the closet and then like just put them in the game room somewhere. You know, it'd be decoration for like, you know, the game room.
yeah. No, I think that's fantastic, man. And it's that thrill of the hunt, I think, doesn't get talked about enough in the game collecting circles, man. So that's why I'm like super stoked to get a chance to talk to you about that. I saw you had the podcast last
Mhm.
year and you were talking to our buddy Mega Ran.
Yep.
Are you still doing the podcast? Like how's the channel doing? Are you still doing the long form stuff as well as the regular collecting videos and stuff? Like what are you doing these days?
Well, we're doing a lot of different things on the channel. So my channel, Mr. Wright Way. If you haven't subscribed, please go there and do so. We do
There will be
videos.
links in the notes, by the way. Like I absolutely encourage everybody to go subscribe.
We do videos twice, guaranteed 2 videos a week. But I'm trying to get to like 5 videos a week before the end of 2025.
Okay.
So that's including podcasts. Podcasts, we kind of moved it to Thursday nights, and it's a little bit better because people are out on Friday and Saturdays. I think Thursdays are a pretty good night. We've been doing that for a couple while, and it just really stuff to do. I looked at my analytics last night. People subscribe for PlayStation, GameStop, and travel stuff. So mainly that's what I'm doing. A lot of game hunting too. Game hunting is the bread and butter. That's what got my channel there. But
Yeah.
mostly it's about PlayStation, a little bit of Xbox 360, a lot of retro, not a lot, but some retro, GameStop, and like I said, travel. And that's really based in the podcast. So we're doing a lot of stuff on the channel, man.
Well,
It's been fun. It's been fun.
I
We're trying to get
really
that 100,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of 2025, we can get there.
well, and you're almost at 40 right now, right? Like you're getting there to like
Yeah,
you're right at 40. You're just under.
yeah, we should like record this video. We're right under it, like maybe like 10 subscribers away. But hopefully, if you seen this video, we'll be past that. So
Well, I really want everybody to go subscribe to Mr. Right Way on YouTube. Please check out the channel. I've been really enjoying your videos, man, and I love seeing all the different approaches that you have to collecting, because I truly mean this when I say it. Your approach to collecting is so different from everybody else that I've made friends with in my experience working in retro gaming over the years, right? Because like we talked a little bit off camera, and folks that watch this show probably know, like I've known John Hancock for over a decade. Me and that dude have raised over $100,000 in charity dollars together. Like we've known each other for a minute. That's my boy, right? John Riggs, another homie that I've worked very closely with over the years. He was my very second guest on this show ever, because when I started this show, I wanted to call up my retro collecting friends and be like, "Yo, come on the show." Guys like Metal Jesus, like one of the nicest dudes I've ever met in collecting, has one of the biggest retro collecting channels on all of YouTube. Right?
has he came on your channel yet? Do anything?
Say again?
Has he done anything on your channel with you?
Metal Jesus has not yet. He and I talked about it when we saw each other in person. But he likes to spend a lot of time focusing on sort of creating his
Brand
edited content and doing stuff like this where it's more like teleconference type stuff. Like that's not really his jam yet. I think he's working on it. It's cool. Something he's hoping to get more into down the road. But that's the funny thing about a guy like Metal Jesus. He started a YouTube channel just making little videos about his retro game collection, and it kind of snowballed because he was early on in the game.
Yeah.
And he's good at the videos he makes. He's good at the videos he makes, and he's good at what he does. And I truly mean it when I say he's a very nice dude. But the last I heard, he doesn't do a lot when it comes to like this kind of thing where you and I can hop on a call and have a conversation, or live streaming, or any of the more like current, live content type stuff.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Everybody got their own styles that they're doing stuff in videos and stuff. And also too, as a creator, you know what videos work on your channel and not, like I did review, I got this chair back here, which let me tell you another thing. I needed a new game room chair, and like 2 people hit me up at 2 different times for a great game room chair. Man, oh thank goodness, thank God. This chair right here, like a $900 chair.
Yeah,
yes, amazing. And I did a video, but the video didn't do as well as my other videos, but it still did okay. But just I'm like, okay, I understand like reviews and stuff. People don't really watch my channel for reviews, so I understand. But I'm always trying to do new stuff and get stuff out there because I don't know what might pop off.
I think they should be watching your channel for reviews though, man, because just like you have a little bit different perspective on the process of collecting, you also have a little bit different perspective on the process of reviewing. And watching that chair review video, I really was enjoying your take on that chair because it's from a company that largely does like home theater seating
I
and
know,
like that
right?
kind
It's
of stuff.
crazy.
And so them doing a standalone chair for a gaming lounge, like that thing looks awesome.
Feels awesome too. It's so
I believe
it
you.
is awesome, bro. I was like, oh, I fell asleep in that chair. Like, hold on. I said, and then I got another chair behind me. It's okay, but it ain't nothing like the other one. I was like,
Mm.
you can tell the difference. I'm like, okay. I was like,
So when
man,
you get approached to do review stuff like that, do you run into any kind of friction being able to sort of parse out like when you have two different products that are in a similar category and one is clearly preferred over the other? Like how do you approach that? Or do you just
I'll be honest.
politely decline the other video? Like how do you do it?
No, dude. If they sending me something free, I mean, like, yeah, we all. If anybody tell you that they don't like something free, they lying. Okay,
Right.
like
Sure.
you don't do all this hard work not to get noticed, and then yeah, of course, company's gonna reach out and wanted you to sponsor something, get some. Of course, like I see people get, excuse me, arcade machine, different stuff. Like I want to get that too, but I don't want to just do. I don't want to just do this to get stuff. Those type of people, you'll see them fall off. But if you want your hard work recognized, and one thing is, I'm not gonna lie to my audience. I'm like, hey, look, this chair ain't all that, or this ain't all that. And I tell the people, like, they contact me and say, listen, I'm gonna be an honest review, and you can't see it till it goes up. And if they don't want to work, that's cool with me. You ain't wasting my time, I'm not wasting your time. It's over. You gotta have integrity. You
Yeah.
can't let people, like dictate your content. This is your castle. Your channel is your castle. Don't let nobody tell you how to run your castle, run your stuff. Yeah, I and also too, I'm military and I can be straight. That's one thing too. I'm very direct. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I would tell you how I feel. Like, I'm sorry, this is how it is. This is. I don't mean it with no malicious intent. I'm just very direct because I grew up like that all my life and trained like that. And some people can't handle that, so I'm learning too to be a little softer sometimes. I just say, hey, no, this is how it is. That's it. And it's don't be mean about it. Just be respectful, but no is no, and I let my word speak for itself.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. Like I said, I love getting stuff. I do. I love reviewing different things. As long as it fits on the channel. I did get a review. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. Well, not for me, but let's just say this adult company hit me up and asked me to review for something. I said no, 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 absolutely not. No, no. And they don't have an email. This might be the content. No, why are you even trying? No, no. Okay. And the pictures they sent, I said, no. Are you crazy?
Let me just guess. That had nothing to do with retro video gaming, right?
No, no, whatsoever. I was like, I'll tell you off camera, but no. Heck no. If y'all see this interview, let me know. I'll tell you if you see me in person. But no, no. I was just like, I told my texter, I like, look at this, what they sent me. And they just rolled. I was like, why they even why would y'all pick me? Like, no, I don't make that kind of content. I don't have an OnlyFans. What's going on?
Oh my god.
I said, I understand retro, but gosh. At least it
Well,
could have like had like at least could have been like Nintendo thing, but something like, come on.
oh god, if Nintendo sponsored something like, could you imagine an officially licensed Nintendo
Ah,
product from
oh, adult
like a
retro.
company like Adam and Eve or something?
The princess is another castle for real.
You push a little button, it goes, "It's a me, Mario."
Boy, boy. I told y'all kids you shouldn't be. Well, you probably won't get this, but anyway,
Oh God.
just don't ask your parents.
Hey, Mr. Right Way, we got to take a quick break for a little bit of a word from our friends over at First Moon Games. We're going to learn a little bit more about the game coming up called Legends of Boom. And then when we come back from the break, I want to talk to you about your role in the upcoming Legends of Boom and what you've got planned for your character and what that's going to be like, what people can expect. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back. Folks, as promised, I have to tell you about the newest update from Legends of Boom, the fast-paced card battle game from the brand new studio First Moon Games. Now that the game is free to play and has been officially released on Steam, I have a series of special codes that will unlock an entire deck box to help you level up your firepower. If you check the show notes for this episode, you'll find a series of codes that look like this. There are 3 codes, one for each current faction within the game, and redeeming this code will open an entire box of 12 card packs, and each pack contains 5 cards drawn at random. This means each code is worth 40 cards you can add to your deck for free. To redeem the codes, simply copy the /redeem part of the code without the brackets, along with the space and the number next to it. Then place that code into the chat console on the home screen and press send. You'll know it works when you see a code redeemed message pop up at the top of the screen. Now that you have your deck box, go to your collection and select unopened packs. There, you'll see the deck box with a button that says open, and when you click on that, you'll go to a screen where you can simply click the box to reveal all 12 card packs. Then simply open the card packs as normal by clicking on them one by one or clicking the fast open button in the corner. Now a warning. These codes will give you so many free cards that duplicates are definitely guaranteed. So I recommend going back to your collection screen and upgrading anything in your deck that needs it before you jump into your next battle. Legends of Boom is a fast-paced RTS-lite battle game featuring a vice-laden puppet sportscaster named Flip Rimrod, an all-new character voiced by the one and only Tim Kitzrow from NFL Blitz and NBA Jam. Legends of Boom is a fantastic, lightweight pick-up-and-play option for anybody with a Steam account, a Steam Deck, or a similar handheld PC. And it's completely free to play, so make sure you hit the link below to install it and don't forget to redeem your codes. And, of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for more information and interviews around Legends of Boom in the coming weeks. Now let's get back to the show. We're back for the second half with Mr. Right Way. Oh my God.
Mr. Ripway. Oh, Mr. Ripway. That's my little lesson.
No,
Mr. Ripway.
Now I'm not going to live that down.
I'm ripping my robin. I spit.
We're back with Mr. Right Way talking about Legends of Boom from First Moon Games, and you're going to be the next in a line of creators that are going to be turned into a puppet and be featured next to Tim Kitzrow's Flip Rimrod, the announcer for the game.
Yeah. You know what? This game is not the type of game that your boy plays a lot. It's cool, but it's a learning curve. And y'all, it works on your Steam Deck. So if you don't have a PC, I've been showing the Steam Deck, get you a Steam Deck. This game it downloads really quick. You know, y'all can get the information down below. But I was like, yeah, I'll be a part of it. And I don't know when it's actually dropping my part because we got to do some more stuff. But I think it's going to be, I'm excited about it. This is like kind of like second game. I mean, I'm so blessed, to be. It was pretty dope. So I really hope you guys go out and download it. Hit, support your boys, support everybody, all the creators and stuff in it. This is pretty cool. And Tim is hilarious. Like, man, the stories with Tim. It was funny. Tim, it was me, Tim, and Paul Niemeyer, and we all went. Me and him, we was in. I think it was Portland. It was, first of all, Paul Niemeyer is crazy.
That dude is so funny.
He is funny, but he took us to this like Adam's Family weird house, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, bruh, uh-uh. It was cool. The people who lived there was amazing. And and Tim was like we would just laugh at each other, like, look at all this stuff, just this crazy. We were taking pictures and stuff. It was great. After we wanted to get something to eat, we wanted some sushi. So we found this club this place, right? And we didn't know it was a club, but nice place, got some drinks and stuff. We start eating. Dude, and like at 9:00, switch flip. And all these people came in. I was like, what's going on? We're like, and we just seeing people like, what's going on? He says, man, it's a whole freaking club in here. We like, what? It was a whole club. I took them and I picked the place. I said, y'all cool with this? Hey, man, we don't care. And it was a whole club. But the food was amazing.
It's
good.
It's funny. My first residency that I ever had was at this place that was like a surf and turf spot in Portland. It was out way out in East Portland. It had been there since the 80s, right? And so kind of getting, by the time I got there in 2009, like it was getting up there in age for some of the like older spots in Portland, right? And every Saturday night, 9:00, they would move the fake wall out of the way and open up to like dance floor and fog and club lighting.
That's exactly what happened.
And people are sitting there with like a bite of steak, like halfway to their mouth, like going, what the fuck is happening? Where am I? Just out of nowhere, this restaurant turned into a full on nightclub.
It was like a Tiger Club, man.
And I'm up in that DJ booth, just setting the vibe.
It was so funny, man. It was so funny.
So you've known Tim for a minute. And obviously, First Moon Games, this is their first game that they've ever produced. We've talked the last couple of episodes about like what folks can expect from the game itself. Of course, we heard that message a little earlier on in this episode, but I'm a little bit curious from your perspective, because you actually called out that this is the type of game you don't normally gravitate towards. Yep. But I downloaded it and played it a little bit, and I found myself really enjoying it. It was funny. It was like I downloaded it and I was like, okay, I'll give it a couple of rounds. I'll try it out a couple times. I figured 3 to 5 rounds, I probably will get the gist. And then like 40 games later, I'm like, wait, what just happened? I just lost like an hour out of my day. It was way more addicting than I expected it to be, especially for a game that I really didn't see that coming. Has that been your experience? Are you playing it right now?
Yeah, I was looking over this right now. Stuff like it's still. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. So if I'm gonna beat it, I gotta win. Like, I'm competitive, but no, it's pretty dope, man. It was like, this is a pretty like fun game right here, man. And also too, I'm trying to look for that picture of that club too that we went to that night.
Oh yeah,
I might find it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to find it. So if I don't, I'm gonna try to get it to you.
If you get it to me in the next like 36 hours, I can probably get it into the edit and people will be able to see it. If not,
that's good. Yeah, no, you just have to come. You have to just ask me about it on the chat. It's on my Instagram, so go on. It's way back on Instagram.
Gotcha.
It was so funny.
But so you're going to be turned into a puppet. You're going to be another guest that's on the game opposite Flip Rimrod. Do you have any like big plans as far as like how you're going to approach your character? Is it going to be just you as a puppet, or are you going to tweak the character a little bit and kind of change the way that you approach the comedy of it?
Pictures. Here's one of those pictures. I don't know if I can just zoom in. Let me see. Can I?
If the camera wants to behave itself.
Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah. That's my guys.
Well, I'm just like this, man. It's gonna be high energy. I am definitely high energy, especially at night. I'm a night owl, so we gotta record at night, not in the daytime, because I'd be like, I don't wake up till like 12 anyway. I'm like, oh, I wanna go to sleep.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I tell people all the time, I'll wake up to an inbox full of emails and I'll go, hey, DJ's hours. Like you gotta be patient. I'm not doing stuff before 8 a.m. on the West Coast. That's not gonna happen.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I love like being a like night owl. But yeah, my character, man, is gonna be like just I don't know. I play well off with Tim, so it's gonna be just crazy. We'll see. It's not an adult game, people, so
Well, yeah. So that's one thing that we've been kind of letting folks know subtly is that Legends of Boom, one of the things about it is that Flip Rimrod is very foul-mouthed. I mean, the dude has a smoking habit. He likes to curse. He likes to drink. And so like this is one of those games where if you're part of the mature gaming audience.
Oh my gosh. Y'all just need to get it for that. I promise you. I'll just now remember that the demo, it doesn't have a lot of that stuff in there, and also to the game that you can pay for some of the game too. You can play the game for free, but like the cussing and all that kind of stuff, the adult content, it ain't too much. I'm saying just adult language is behind the paywall, so kids are safe to play that. And if they don't have your credit card and you don't have your credit card stored on Steam or something like that, so it's on you, parents. So just make sure you get that correct.
Yeah. Yep. But Steam is an excellent platform for managing stuff like that. They do a really good job. Not only for age verification, but also for financial security. Anybody that's, paying through Steam, it's a pretty reputable platform. And I really appreciate that they put a lot of thought into how they were going to release this game, releasing it through Steam, as opposed to, another platform that has a history of issues with, data breach and stuff like that. Steam is really, really solid. And so definitely check out Legends of Boom on Steam. The link, again, along with the links to Mr. Wright Way's channel, you're also going to find links to Legends of Boom down in the description of this video, both here and eventually on Spotify. I'm working on trying to get all these videos up on Spotify. It's a slow process because I've got 8 months of content that I have to upload one by one. But eventually I'll get everything up and put together on Spotify. And so you'll be able to find this both on YouTube and on Spotify.
Hey man, I get it. And being, like I said, being content creator and stuff, and just managing data and videos and just audio, all that kind of stuff. I'm like running out of hard drives. I'm looking at it right here, and like as we're doing, like something just popped up. It's like, oh, I gotta like move this to a hard drive, clear some space out. So I understand. I get it. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. We was damn, we got all this stuff.
Let me ask you a question, and I think as a content creator, you might appreciate this question. How many Google Drive accounts have you maxed out?
Ooh.
If the answer is more than one.
You know what? I got two. I had to go pay for like the like 2 or 3 or 4 terabyte, 10 terabytes, something like that. Okay. So I got a lot of stuff. On the cloud. But yeah, bruh. Bruh. My gosh.
I've been paying for a premium Dropbox account for a minute, so I have a couple terabytes there that I have the room to be able to upload files that way. But man, I think I'm working on something like my 8th or 9th Google account, like,
bruh,
because they're free. It's free, and up until recently, it was free storage.
It was free. It was free until we got out in there. I'm looking at my stuff. Oh goodness gracious, yo, your boy got a lot.
I didn't mean to call you out, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. I'm looking at it now. Like, let me get another hard drive real quick. Get something locally, bro.
Let's see. What's another good, fun Gmail name that nobody else has?
I know, right?
Mr. Wright Way 37825.
That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. That's funny too. Because getting off subject, y'all. Like, space is crazy, y'all. Like hard drive. I do want me like eventually. I need to get one of those tower that have all the removable hard drives. Like I think it's a SATA drive, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I would love to have like something like that, but I have like SSD connected, but I have like 4 or 5, terabytes of SSD. But that's a
Yeah.
lot of, you know,
Well, they
because
have
you know,
those.
you want
They have those NAS systems, the network attached storage, where it's just a box with hard drives in it, and then it
that's what
connects
I'm
to your
saying. I
network.
want one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I've been looking at one of those because I want to start building my own little media center for the house.
Okay.
And they're good for that. They're not amazing for that, but they're good for that because you can just store files and then access them when you need them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm looking at possibly doing for myself next year as well, is building a little NAS system, and we'll see. I mean, it's just another project to add to the pile, right?
Bruh. You know what? I wouldn't trade doing this for nothing though. I love actually
Yeah.
doing this. It just when you start thinking about that, like you start seeing running low on space, like, oh, here we go again. Because I do a lot of video, man. I'm
Yeah.
constantly like recording on my phone and recording on my camera that's here and this different stuff. That stuff adds up.
Now, do you do the thing that I do where like every little bit of bullshit that I record, I have to save it because I
Yeah.
never know?
Yeah. Because I go back to some of that stuff and like, oh, I need to keep that like 3 seconds out or something,
There's absolutely so much stuff sitting around on my hard drives that like I know I will never ever use and I will never ever go back to, but I have it
And also
just in
too,
case.
like from years stuff like, oh, I remember I did this. And also it's sentimental too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I just like, oh, I need to keep that. I need to keep that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I've got a whole folder full of stuff that I shot at a Mega Ran show, actually, just to bring it full circle.
nice.
When he came through town with Samus, and I shot a bunch of video and shot a bunch of photos and stuff, because that's what I did in college, man. I ran the photo desk in my college newspaper. I mean, 20-ish years ago.
Oh man.
We don't need to talk about that. But
No, hey, I appreciate that, man, because I'm a photographer from by trade. I mean, well, that's my gifting is photography. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. So you keep those dump files, and then you have the folder with the edited versions, right? So then more data to be stored and kept, and who knows what you need to do it. That's the kind of the problem with, I think, being content creators now, is that you and I come from the days of like, you don't know what you need to refer back to, so you kind of got to hang on to all of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of younger folks, the TikTok creators and a lot of the younger folks that are just sort of used to a digital world where everything is disposable, they just take this a different approach to, not having to store everything or not having to keep everything, because once it's out into the internet and once it's out into the world, then it can live there. And I mean, that's cool. I just have this weird thing in the back of my brain telling me you can't delete that.
Don't delete it. No, it's going away. No.
Well, listen, Mr. Wright Way, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out today, man. I truly appreciate you. I gotta know.
I can talk all day. No,
where can folks find you? Where do you want folks to follow you? Give them the info.
Just follow me on YouTube. When you do like and subscribe, go and watch the video. Just don't subscribe. Watch some videos. If you like it. If you subscribe, please do. That's helping out. Because next year we got a big goal. We're gonna try to hit 100K. That will be helping out so much. Also, to make sure y'all like and subscribe this channel. Try to get your boy up to 10K. He already over 6. I mean, like what, 3,000 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4,000 more. I can't
Working
count.
on it, yeah.
But
Man, I appreciate
10,000.
that.
So go and do all that, man, because it is definitely help us out if you just not only subscribing but watching through. And also liking. Let YouTube know that you like what we do, because this stuff is not easy. It's not easy.
Well, and you mentioned something earlier, and I want to call this before we go. I want to call this out. Something you kind of mentioned in passing earlier. You were looking at your analytics and you were looking at what was doing well on your channel, and I think sometimes people sort of treat YouTube like television. They just sort of watch whatever is on, and they don't necessarily engage with the thing that they're, but that's the thing about YouTube is we want you to engage. We want you to tell us what you like and don't like. We want you to hit that like button so that we know to do more of that, so that we can give you the stuff that you want and not be spending a lot of our time and energy on stuff you don't want.
Yeah, I'm looking at stuff like right here. I'm like, oh, like some of the things they were. The video that we dropped today, is why I sold my GameStop retro collection, doing very well. And I know people like the GameStop stuff. GameStop has been really great. I actually one of the few people who actually like GameStop, and yeah, they make some mistakes, but you really see a really not negative GameStop video, because there's some channels out there that just hate GameStop. But I mean, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Me, I like it. So
you know what's funny? I worked there for like 6 months.
I did do. I worked
back
there
in the day.
Back in the day, I worked there a couple Christmases. It was like 2 of them, but it's always the people. It ain't the company. Well, the people who run the company. It's just the people, like the manager. Sometimes you get people who don't know what they're doing. People who don't know. It's just it's people. It's people. People can suck sometimes, y'all.
It's true. The company, honestly, my biggest issues with GameStop is with the like corporate entity of GameStop, not necessarily the individual stores. And I think that's sometimes hard to separate those things. The funny thing is, like, my experience at GameStop, I remember one of the things that I did when I worked there was telling people, hey, you should really reserve this new Mass Effect game that's coming out. It's going to be pretty big. And nobody believed me.
Oh no, I still haven't played that, man.
Man, it was wild to be working at a GameStop when Mass Effect came out, because that thing like dropped a hammer on the entire gaming industry. That it was I remember at the time comparing it to Star Wars just because of the depth of the lore in the game, and they only had one game out, so it was crazy back then. Yeah,
it's amazing that people can like find things they like and play. I'm eventually gonna play Mass Effect one day. My friend's trying to get me to get to play it, so I'm gonna do it one day.
It's a good game, man. I strongly recommend it, but make sure you carve out some time, because the real strength of Mass Effect is in the side missions and the lore, like reading through the depth of all the little dialogue trees and all the little stuff that, like, you walk up to a computer terminal and they've got all this stuff written out that you can sift through on the computer terminal that you don't have to read it. It's not going to make your game experience, like, it's not going to progress you any faster, but it's interesting that they took the time to write all that stuff out and dive that deep into the lore before the release. I think is what really drew me and kind of made me a big Mass Effect fan, is just the depth of that. But dude, I think we've wrapped this show up like 2 or 3 times now.
You want to talk about best, man? But thank you, man. I thank you for inviting me, guys. Hope y'all go and download Legend of Boom. Hope you like it. Give the game some try it out. There's gonna be a lot of people who love it, and some people who might not like, but give it a chance. Because your boy in it,
yeah,
it could be me. It can be me. Yeah, me.
Make sure you download Legends of Boom on Steam. It's going to be featuring Mr. Wright Way as well as several other prominent YouTube creators coming very, very soon. Mr. Wright Way, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you taking the time today.
Man, appreciate it, dude.
We'll talk again soon. A big thanks and a shout out to Mr. Wright Way for coming on the show today, hanging out with me. And folks, like I mentioned at the top of the show, his links are available in the show notes down below. Of course, if you want to support me directly, you can find extra content for the Pick Up and Play podcast at my Patreon, patreon.com/DJSwitchPDX. And as always, it is incredibly helpful if you choose to subscribe and interact with the video, just like we were talking about during the show today. Interacting is what makes YouTube different from television. It gives us as creators the chance to be able to create more of the kind of content that you actually like versus just throwing something up onto YouTube for you to just watch, whether it's on or not. And so please consider interacting, hitting the like button, leaving a comment below and letting me know whether or not you're enjoying this Legends of Boom series. I am definitely enjoying it because I'm getting the opportunity not only to reconnect with old friends, but also to make some brand new ones. And I cannot wait for the next interview that I have cooking. I don't even want to tell you who it is. I am so excited. Like, I am incredibly excited for this next interview. And so you'll just have to stay tuned right here to the Pick Up and Play show on my YouTube channel. It's going to be a real good one, y'all. My thank you to Mr. Wright Way, and my thanks to all of you for listening. We'll see you soon.